Hi, Richard. Nice to meet you. I'm Teresa for Bad Taste. Well, my first question is if you do receive any kind of background story for your character when you enter a show with a rich history as Grey's Anatomy, or you go in somehow blind and your characters tend to grow with you?
Well, both really. When I first met everybody at Grey's Anatomy, they had a character in mind with the backstory that my character has. So we definitely started there, and I was interested in the backstory and who this guy was and why he was where he was. But it gave a lot of room to grow. I mean, a lot of room for the character to grow, and the character then tends to grow as they see what the relationships look like or how they work when you get on set, and how they develop, and they kind of right from there, I suppose. They see how it's going and then expand and expand and expand. Hopefully.
And do you have any say on the matter of what happened to your character?
A little bit. I mean, I get the scripts and I read it, but if I have questions, then they're open to the questions that I might have. But really in the hands of the writers, the creators of the show. They're dealing with a lot of storylines, so you have to fit in with the bigger picture also.
And how fast things change in a show like Grey's Anatomy, and how difficult it is as an actor to follow their pace. I mean, you entered the show, for example, and as a gift from Christina to Meredith, and then things changed quickly. And how it is for you as an actor to follow their rhythm?
It's easy once you understand the motivation for everything, where it's all coming from. You just kind of get on with this. The scenes play out and the storylines play out, and like I said, there's so much going on. It's a big kind of they have to weave together so many different storylines that you just kind of get on and do your bit and hope that it helps the whole show.
And your character is such a good person. I mean, he's calm, balanced, controlled. And if you had to find a flaw in him, what would it be?
Oh God. He has many flaws, but God, what would be his biggest flaw? His biggest flaw is that he's God, I don't know. What's his biggest flaw? Sometimes I wish he would really go for the things that he wants rather than trying to be a good guy. You know, I wish sometimes he would just really go for it. Maybe with Meredith or whatever, but you know, he's so colored by his past. He's so touched by his pain and his tragedy. Maybe his biggest flaw is not being able to let go. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea that his connection with Meredith is based on their common experience. I mean, they have lost someone they really loved, and it's very difficult for them to make a new life. And somehow it's a pity that that relationship didn't go well because I find they have so much in common. But I hope. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think they have a lot in common, and I think there's a lot of chemistry there, and there's a lot of mutual respect, and maybe attraction or whatever. But it's just that timing is always seems to be against them. But who knows? We'll see if it works out.
And what can we expect from your character in the next episodes of Grey's Anatomy? No, we are not at the same time at the US. I mean, but I know if you can say something.
Yeah, the next episodes, I'm not sure exactly where you are, but the next couple of episodes are significant for Cormac Hayes and force him to make some big decisions about his life, the direction of his life, and big decisions about his life. So yeah, there's plenty coming.
And maybe Meg and Hunt have anything to do with those decisions, because I think they have a good relationship, and they really understand each other for what we have seen.
Yeah, they seem to have a good relationship. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe more complications. You know.
Well, I think no. I can go with other two questions. Is there a particular storyline you would like to work with for your character?
For my character, yeah, I'd like to see more of him outside of the hospital, even though that's difficult to do. But I'd like to see him more. The way I see him is that in the hospital, he's very professional, he's very good, very controlled, very calm. But his private life is a bit of a mess, and he's trying to raise two boys. They're teenagers now, and he doesn't really know what to do. Because he's alone, and that's really difficult. And I'd like to see some of that. I'd like to see him work through some of that struggle a bit more. Figure out how to be the kind of father that he wants to be for his boys.
And how did you get the role in Grey's Anatomy? And did you audition for it?
No, I didn't actually audition. They were very kind not to ask me to audition, because I'm terrible at auditions. But I think Krista and Linda Lowy, the casting director, knew me from work I'd done previously. And, I had just come to LA. I was going to be here for a few weeks just to see what was around. And they met me because they had a particular idea for this character. And they asked me to come and meet them. And we just had a chat about the character. And then I met Ellen at the end of that meeting, and it all just seemed to click. So that was it. They thankfully didn't ask me to audition. They were very, very kind.
Okay, thank you.